Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Nidhi Taneja. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 6th of October. 4 terrorists killed in encounter in India's Kashmir. World powers raise $15 billion for Afghanistan at EU donor conference. And Bangladeshi nationals join Durga Pooja celebrations in India. And now for all the details. Indian Army killed 4 suspected terrorists on Thursday in operations foiling attacks on Army base camp in northern Jammu and Kashmir province. A report.
Indian troops neutralized 3 terrorists who tried to raid an army base in Handwara town in Kupwara district in Jammu and Kashmir province. The terrorists were said to be Pakistan-based as 3 AK-47 rifles, 2 UBGL launchers, 3 GPS, 4 radio search, maps and metric sheets and medicines with Pakistan marking were recovered. This is the latest in a series of attacks conducted by Pakistani terrorists in India.
Quick reaction team was activated. They localized the area where the terrorist was spotted, and after that we carried out sanitization of that localized area in which 3 Pakistani terrorists were eliminated.
In a separate incident, Indian Army foiled another infiltration bid assisted by Pakistan posts in the Nogam sector of the same province, killing 1 terrorist. Indian Army is on alert along the line of control or LOC and the international border with Pakistan ever since India launched surgical strikes on terror launch pads across the border.
Staying on news from India, the Indian Space Research Organisation or ISRO on early Thursday morning successfully launched communication satellite GSAT-18 on board Ariane 5 rocket from Kourou in French Guiana. The satellite was launched into a geosynchronous transfer orbit about 32 minutes after the liftoff. ISRO's master control facility in India's southern Karnataka province took over the command and control of the satellite immediately after its separation from the launch vehicle. GSAT-18 aims at providing telecommunication services for India by strengthening ISRO's current fleet of 14 operational telecom satellites. Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has been flayed for his remarks calling India's allegations on Uri attack false. Experts say that Pakistan has been a habitual liar.
Pakistan is in a denial mode when India claimed that the terrorists who carried out attacks on an army base in Uri sector of its northern Jammu and Kashmir province last month, Islamabad outrightly denied the allegations. On Wednesday, Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, while addressing a joint session of the parliament once again, called India's allegations false. Analysts said that Pakistan has been a habitual liar and is constantly on a defensive mode.
All the items and the material which were recovered from them was totally about Pakistan marking. So there was no doubt. I think within 2 hours, why say 6 hours, within 2 hours they had recovered each and everything and proper assessment was carried out. Even as you know, in Pathankot all evidences were given out, but Pakistan has not accepted it today. So Pakistan is a country which is a born liar. Their telling lies is in their blood, absolutely, their leaders and their army and their intelligence services intelligence. I think it is high time we should not take cognizance of this.
Tensions between India and Pakistan flared up after the Uri attack. India responded to the terror attack by conducting surgical strikes on launch pads for terrorists in Pakistan, a claim that has also been denied by Islamabad.
Pakistan claims that their law enforcement agencies are targeting terrorists and militant organizations which have camps in the country. However, recent protests in illegally occupied regions of Pakistan-administered Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan have raised questions on its claim. A report.
Pakistan government and its army have been stating that they are taking stringent steps to eradicate roots of terrorism in the country. But people of the illegally occupied regions of Pakistan-administered Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan have a different story to tell. Residents of Muzaffarabad, Kotli, Chinnari, Mirpur, Gilgit, Diamar and various parts of the Neelam Valley say that their lives have been made a living hell by the terror training camps that are active in the regions. They claim that the men who train here plunder local villages and molest women of the area.
मकामी लोगों की तस्लील की जाए, उनसे जो है ना महकूमों जैसा सलूक किया जाए, जबकि जनूबी पंजाब के दहशतगर्द जो जेलें तोड़ के यहाँ आए, उनको VIP प्रोटोकॉल दिया जाए
और उनका जो सिलेबस है उसके अंदर जो है वो लश्कर तैयबा और दीगर जो ये जमात दावा टाइप की जो जमातें एक ही है, लश्कर तैयबा जमात दावा, इस तरीके की जो जादी तंजीमें उनके वाले से जो है तारीफी मज़ामीन जो है वो डाले गए हैं.
People of these illegally occupied regions have been demanding the removal of terror camps for years, but their appeals always fall on deaf ears.
Meanwhile, in a major achievement to Afghanistan, $15 billion were raised as aid amid fresh calls for the revival of a peace process in the war-ravaged country.
World powers raised $15 billion for Afghanistan at the conference in Brussels to fund the country over the next 4 years. Chief Executive Officer Abdullah thanked the international community for their vote of confidence and support showcased at the conference, calling it a huge success for the country. The European Union or EU said it wants support to revive a stalled peace process between Afghan government and Taliban after almost 40 years of conflict. More than 70 nations in Brussels, led by the United States and European Union, promised more financial support for the country that they see as strategic to global security.
We have finally realized that either we're strong together or we are all losing together. And this is why I think Afghanistan is receiving today, as you said, a credit that needs now our common work to be translated into projects that change the life of the Afghan people. This is the aim.
European governments, facing increasing opposition from voters to the immigration at home, have pressed Afghanistan to take back its nationals who are not considered refugees, stating that many parts of the country, including the capital Kabul, are safe. Commenting on the sharp criticism the policy received from aid groups and others who point to the widening Taliban insurgency across the country and the frequent suicide attacks that hit Kabul, Mogherini said repatriation would not concern Afghans who gained refugee status.
Moving on, the annual India Economic Summit began in New Delhi with senior government officials and foreign business leaders participating in the event. The summit is designed to showcase India's growth story to potential investors.
Over 500 business and political leaders, including top policymakers and CEOs, are participating in the two-day India Economic Summit held in capital city of New Delhi. The summit will have a special focus on fostering an inclusive India through digital transformation. Visiting Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe also attended the inaugural session among other dignitaries.
The India-Sri Lanka FTA between the two countries will be further expanded and deepened to go beyond trading goods to cover trading services, investments and technology cooperation. The proposed economic and technology cooperation agreement will be signed by the end of this year.
Economic and Technology Cooperation Agreement is expected to help Sri Lanka gain better access to India's rapidly growing market. Wickremesinghe, who is on a 3-day visit to New Delhi, met top Indian leadership and also discussed issues of mutual interests.
Devotees from Bangladesh travel to India to celebrate the festival of Durga Pooja. The festival is celebrated with great fanfare in eastern West Bengal province.
Scores of devotees from neighbouring Bangladesh crossed over to the Indian side to take part in the 5-day-long celebrations of the Hindu festival of Durga Pooja in eastern West Bengal province. Durga Pooja is one of the biggest festivals celebrated in the province, where devotees offer prayers to goddess Durga. Hundreds of devout Hindus from the neighbouring country visit India every year to witness the grandeur of the festival.
প্রচুর বাংলাদেশ থেকে এসে ভালোই আনন্দ লাগে, কারণ এটা হচ্ছে কি পূজোর দেশটাই হচ্ছে ভারত। আর বাংলাদেশে তো আমাদের হয় পূজা হয় না যে হয়, কিন্তু বেশি মজা লাগে আর কি, বেশি ভালো লাগে।
To mark the festival, homes are repainted and decorated to receive the goddess. Small idols of the goddess are also installed for worship. The festival culminates with the immersion of the Durga idols into the water bodies.
In a bid to showcase the Buddhist heritage and pilgrim sites of India, the Ministry of Tourism organized a religious conclave. Devotees from across the globe offered prayers.
Devotees, including delegates from 39 countries, converged in Bodh Gaya, a religious site and place of pilgrimage in Gaya district of India's Bihar province, on the final day of the 5th International Buddhist Conclave. It was hosted by Tourism Ministry in an effort to promote tourism of Buddhist sites in the country.
मैं समझता हूँ कि इनके यहाँ आगमन से यहाँ पर पर्यटन की दिशा में काफ़ी प्रगति होगी और यहाँ से अच्छा संदेश लेकर के विश्व के विभिन्न कोनों में ये सभी पर्यटक जाएंगे।
Devotees also held prayers for world peace in Bodh Gaya. Bodh Gaya holds significance for Buddhists, as this is the place where Lord Buddha attained enlightenment beneath the Bodhi tree 2600 years ago.
Elaborated traditional Indian attires were displayed at a fashion show in Mumbai. The event, which presented exquisite of Indian weavers, was organized to gather funds for cancer patients. Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. 4 terrorists killed in encounter in India's Kashmir. World powers raised $15 billion for Afghanistan at EU donor conference. And Bangladeshi nationals joined Durga Pooja celebrations in India. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.